Welcome, one and all, to the Rooster Teeth Fancast, Episode 5. I am your host tonight, as always, Chris, joined by the lovely MaryPat.
I thought you were going to say the lovely Marco. That would have been much more fitting.
I thought so too.
The resident Mexican, Marco.
Ayo.
And the new guy this week, Noah.
Howdy.
Welcome, everybody. Noah, officially, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you.
How are you guys doing tonight? Wow, that was all right. How are you guys doing tonight?
Guts.
I'm doing pretty good. Don't know about everybody else, but
I'm doing great.
Right, yeah, you're doing great.
Mess of anger trying to get this podcast set up.
Not me. I was cool.
Let's just say there were some flaws and some people had some problems. And
there's gonna be a flaw in your face when I'm done with you.
Jesus, Marco, tone it down, hombre.
All right.
Oh no! Don't start doing that now. Okay, never mind.
You all right?
I'm sorry. I had the Battlefront
He was
beta
getting an
downloading,
erection.
and I think it was about to pop up, but I stopped it. So
Sorry.
Okay, so just like last week, I have a list of topics here to talk about, ranging from Rooster Teeth content to politics. So we'll see how that goes.
oh boy.
First one, probably the biggest one this week, RWBY Volume 3 dropped
Yes.
this week.
Oh my god! I was so happy to hear that. Oh my god! It was.
And it was interesting. It didn't come across as like a regular episode of RWBY. I was very surprised that was how they were going to kick off the third volume.
Well,
I didn't think it was. I thought it was one of those like they did with the other seasons or volumes.
Volume 3 didn't premiere for 2 weeks. That was just the hey, here's what the general plot's gonna be.
Yeah, there you go, like that. Like they also had that World of Remnant shit before.
Which
like,
was
it's
awesome.
not technically the actual episode.
So it was nice to see like an episode just of like the mythology of the world that RWBY takes place in.
Yeah,
It was nice. It came across as probably more interesting than the first volume of RWBY.
Well,
just
let's not
because
get ahead of ourselves. There.
Just because like that
Man,
episode.
you're about to trigger the hell out of Noah, man.
You have no idea how happy I was too. I nearly cried in joy when RWBY came back.
Yeah, he couldn't stop jerking off so hard he started crying.
Well, okay then.
Marco,
Getting off to a great start.
I'm just gonna stop introducing you as Marco and start introducing you as the jerk off guy.
There
You're
you go.
officially the jerk off guy. God
I mean,
damn,
just
everything
today-
that comes out of your mouth is wanking.
It's not just coming out of the mouth.
You really walked into that one.
I feel like these jokes are really easy to make, though. I think we need to come up with higher class sex jokes.
Why do you think I make them? Because I'm a fucking idiot.
Like
I'm not clever.
Like when I said, "Would you like some creme brulee?" That was sort of a cum joke.
Oh, was it? I thought you were offering me part of your dessert. I was being nice, offering you some of my fucking pasta.
You offered me spaghetti and meatballs, so I thought you understood.
No, I made spaghetti and meatballs. I'm not an asshole.
Marco, you are an asshole.
Alright, I'm an asshole, but I made spaghetti and meatballs.
Oh man, that was such a coincidental food for that conversation.
Yeah.
And then, so on top of RWBY, probably the next.
It's Michael.
I'm gonna go ahead and say the next most popular RT show, X-Ray and Vav.
Again, let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Divide and Conquer, which was
I haven't
What
seen
the
it because I'm not a
fuck?
sponsor.
Like what
No,
the?
Divide and Conquer
what's-
was last
it's
week.
out-
This
it's
week's
out for the-
episode just came out.
it's out for the public. How do you think I saw it?
Oh, you mean last week's episode? I thought you meant
Yeah.
today's that came out today.
No, this
No,
week's is
no.
called Know You and Team, which I will not discuss, but it was pretty good.
You're goddamn right you won't.
I think we can all guess what that
Okay, is
episode's
there
gonna be
finally
about.
a like Mogar? Does he finally talk to Hilda? Like, does that happen yet?
No, we know who Mogar's mother is, though.
Fucking Edgar, Jesus.
It's
Yeah.
so great.
See, I haven't seen episode 9 yet, but Is it something like they're harvesting her milk or his milk or its milk?
Yep.
I will
Yeah.
decline
For
to
power?
comment, but yes.
Like, I know they're trying to, I know it's one big-ass Achievement Hunter in-joke, but my god, I did not think.
You know what?
I didn't think for a second.
I didn't think about that. Oh my god,
If they were bringing the Mad King back, they're not gonna have the Mad King storyline finished
I assume,
without a cow.
yeah, I assume there'd be Edgar's. Like, I thought the mention was in Season 1 where Rusty's talking about him. He's like, I hear he does weird things with holes. I thought that was the fucking Edgar reference.
That was the Edgar reference.
that
but
was an
they
Edgar
took that
reference.
to the
I thought it would be
whole-
the only Edgar reference.
And
in
then
the
they did another one by making Mokar's mother Edgar.
one big-ass
Which,
fucking reference.
to be fair, they never have yet to name the cow, so they just call it
Good
Edgar,
point.
or Mogar's mother,
We all know it's
Mogar's
Edgar,
mother.
though.
or Mogar's so-called mother. But yeah, it's absolutely Edgar.
I want Mogar to fucking say. I want Mogar to Mogar would like you to meet my mother, Edgar,
yeah,
and just have everyone be like, "What the fuck?"
I still think my favorite Edgar reference was, I think it was in Ruby Volume 1, where there was a complete coincidence where Professor Port had this pig locked up in his classroom just randomly,
Jesus.
and it was
Prince
I think a
Oikens.
month before they mentioned it was a few months before Edgar the cow was created that they created.
I have a
this
pig.
thing.
I have a pig locked up in my place too. It's called my wife.
Okay then.
You're not
Boo.
married.
I'm not married.
When you just had sex with a keyboard and your hand.
Okay, well, see, there you go again, making those weird-ass accusations. Yeah, I was jacking off, but I wasn't doing it on my keyboard.
You
Bullshit,
said in the
come on.
chat you were gonna fuck your keyboard.
No, I said this, fuck you. I was saying that my
Pass.
keyboard was fucking up. Anyway, Jesus.
Because you got cum on it.
I don't fucking know. There's no
mean,
keyboard
come on.
fucking going on in this house.
Immediately, Chris
That's-
has lost all the power. It's
That
great.
that sounds really, really painful.
Like last
Stop
week,
with that
Chris was
structure,
mostly
huh?
silent.
Bullshit. I was. Shut your mouth.
You were. You were
Actually-
just listening to us talk, and I was like,
We were being
Where's
overpowered
his
by
voice?
the what's the female hormone? I forget. I was totally gonna be clever and say it, but
Who?
"No,
Molly?
try.
I
Don't
felt
nobody
sad.
say it. Nobody tell him. Just finish the joke."
no, fuck. It's testosterone, and then it's the fucking
Testosterone.
lady juice. Lady juice.
Jesus. Little
Yep,
lady.
yep.
This is why I didn't take biology. Fuck me. It's something. It has an H in it.
Women also have testosterone.
All right, Christ, Marco. I feel so sorry for you. It's
estrogen.
estrogen. It's
There we go.
estrogen. God
There's
damn
no
it! You're
H in
so
estrogen.
stupid.
There's no
The
H.
lady juice. Jesus
I think
Christ.
I thought there was an H in it. I forgot what the word was. I'm sorry.
Well, there's a G, which is pretty close to an H in both the alphabet. And
The last time I
keyboard.
spoke to a woman that wasn't my mother was like a fucking year ago.
Whoa,
Wow.
dude.
I
How's
think
your
we're getting to the
asshole
root of the issue.
diddling go?
Decent.
So anyway, structure.
Yay.
I think
Going out
actually
the
thinking
fucking
back on
window.
it, I think I was mostly silent last week.
Trust me, I listened for your voice, and I was like, I haven't heard his voice for a while. That's weird.
Yeah, there was.
Yeah, my
That was bad.
erection went away, so I was like, Chris hasn't been talking.
Jesus.
I really want a T-shirt now that just says Jesus Marco, and just a picture of something that Marco would have.
A dildo.
You know what? You know what? I think that would work.
No, sonic screwdriver dildo.
So
I know when Chris starts coughing, it's that he's just like.
So
trying to...
I had Domino's for dinner, and I ordered a 2-liter of Coke. I was mid-sip Coke when you said dildo. I almost spit it everywhere.
He's choking on my
boy.
Coke.
That's awful. That's awful. All right,
God,
so
structure.
God, so speaking of dicks,
Right.
Boy.
All right.
there was a video of Donald Trump at one of his rallies. He pulled some Hispanic woman out of the crowd, and she started screaming support for Donald Trump.
Oh my god.
Oh god, that wasn't a total.
I want to
prank
go
like
down
that.
to the local spray tan parlor, wherever the fuck that is in my city. I'm gonna say, hey, spray me fucking pink, because I don't want to be fucking brown anymore. Jesus. That woman made literally everything that, in the eyes of Republicans and in the eyes of, no offense to you guys, white people, like those kinds of white people,
I accept it.
literally just say, oh, look, one crazy Mexican lady I don't know if she's Mexican, Spanish lady, went up and supported Donald Trump. That means they all must like him.
She's from
And let's be
Colombia.
honest, they totally paid her to do that.
I bet she's fucking Cuban or something, to be honest with you. She's probably not Mexican.
I bet she was like born in Nebraska, and
Yeah.
they're just like,
I can do a fucking Mexican girl
you look
accent
close
too,
enough.
but no, I'm not fucking Mexican. I'm Mexican, but I'm not like born there Mexican. God,
Oh.
So that
fucking aggravates me.
that video was pretty incredible, and
he tries to like put his hands on her waist to move her.
Yeah, fucking.
Oh,
It's
boy.
weird. It's fucking weird, man.
And then there's this part where he's talking about a magazine that she's holding, because I think he was on People magazine, and he's talking about how they like photoshopped his nose or something. And so he looks at her and he says, "What do you think of my nose? Look at my nose." And she just goes, "Beautiful. It's perfect. It's so perfect." I'm like, shut your fucking mouth, lady. Nobody gives a shit about you. You're a minority in a group of minorities.
Nice.
Wait, was that self-racism?
Yeah.
Dude.
self-racism.
I'm a minority. I'll fucking admit it.
You don't have to admit it. Everybody already knows.
Hey, there you go.
That's true. That is true.
God.
We know so many things about you, Marco.
You know, too
We're gonna
many
read a
things about me.
paper in 6 months, and it's gonna be like, crazy psycho Marco Luna, blah blah blah.
I like how it
and we're
always
gonna be
starts with
like,
crazy
yeah,
psycho.
of course.
It
We're gonna be
fits
like,
you
yeah,
so well.
we sort of figured.
Hey, you guys! I do a podcast with this guy. I was
We'll have
totally
to
on a podcast
testify.
with this guy.
Oh god.
I'm imagining fucking like somebody, Peter, anybody, James, like talking to his friend, like, "Hey, I did a podcast with this guy who murdered 7 people."
Only 7.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves and say that it was any less than 10.
I don't think it
Jesus.
would be a murder thing. I think it would be like a break into the morgue and have sex with and pose bodies type thing.
We all know. We know.
Christ.
Cover them with liquid, different liquids. Like that's the sort of
Like, we're
psycho I
talking,
was
like,
thinking.
There was mouthwash inside one of the bodies.
Jesus.
What? What?
Yes, continue recording. Okay. That was... Why mouthwash? Why mouthwash?
So the mouth was fresh for his dick? Maybe?
It just walked on the morgue injecting random liquid. Let's see. I think you look like a guy with like coke in his veins.
Jesus Christ!
He walks to the next guy.
I think we
mouthwash.
should squash
Stick it
this
to the
whole
giant
thing
hole
and
in
just
his
start
gut.
over.
Ooh, this one was patient 0.
Oh no.
God.
And you're like, I've brought in my little cousin's urine in this jar.
Jesus Christ. That's it. No more. Yeah. Oh my god, I haven't laughed this fucking hard in weeks. Like,
So-
that's when I'm really laughing, when I go completely silent because no noise is coming out of my mouth.
Oh yeah, dude, that was the entirety of the first 3 years of the podcast. It was like every episode I would go silent at some point.
We've been doing this for 3 years.
3
Shut your
years.
fucking
The-
mouth, Noah.
The Rooster Teeth podcast.
Oh, like listening to it?
Yeah.
You were just like,
That's why nobody knew he was on it, because he was silent all the time.
It's like
It's
Chris,
not-
the last few times we've been on. Just
And it's so nice to go back
Chris
and
had
relive
dinner
that.
with Bernie last week.
Because Hembo Hero on YouTube made a compilation of the audio podcast episodes 1 to 184.
Dude,
really?
smooth
That dude's
transition.
that dude's
And,
amazing.
Oh yeah, no, he's absolutely incredible. He made a compilation of not just all of the Until Dawn moments, but he did a separate one for every time Jeff screamed in terror. And I don't
boy,
know
that
which
must
one
have
was
been
funnier.
forever. That
And
was
then-
really long.
And then so the overall compilation for the full series was, I think, 35 minutes. The Jeff one was only like 2.5 or 3 minutes. It was like every time he screamed loudly or jumped.
Yeah.
So if
And
Jeff's laughs cure cancer, what do his screams do?
Incite instant fucking like human. When does it happen? When you just explode into flames?
Spontaneous human combustion.
Yeah, there you go, buddy.
Yay.
That's what happens. That's why I haven't watched it.
His
because I
laugh
still watch.
cures cancer, but his screams cause laughs, which will cure cancer.
Ow. Good point.
So,
Not like
Hembo-
instant
Hembo-
boners or anything useful. An increased tax return.
Every
See,
time
to most guys, like to most dudes,
A bottle
an
of
instant
alcohol
boner
to
would be
appear.
an inconvenience. To MaryPat, an instant boner is a plus.
I mean,
Like that helps
come
her
on.
out quite a bit.
Just
Let's be honest though. I mean, it's two different perspectives. So
Yeah, one where you're from behind and one from the front.
Jesus Christ, Marco.
oh my god, I
Marco.
love. Remember how
Me?
that old
Thank
RT
you.
podcast would have a time to dick counter? I think that we'd break it if we ever tried to do that.
that thing would
like
never
Earth.
get above 3 seconds.
I'm still waiting for the podcast in which it just opens up in the middle of Marco just saying the word like dick or something like that, or just like, discussing something horrifying.
I mean, it can be arranged.
just
Oh boy, why did I just say that?
It's
oh
fucking-
man. I see.
fucking,
Marco's
trade
more
secrets,
about
man, trade secrets.
like weird self love.
Weird self love.
Well, like getting off in the shower after your cousin's pee goes on you, and then like,
Alright, well, keep spreading
And-
lies like that. That's
and
gonna
then
get a fucking lawsuit.
and then
on your
fingering your butthole with your own finger, and like going, "Hey, I'm into this. I think I like this." And then like fucking your
You're
keyboard. It's
spinning
just like
this so
bam, bam,
fucking
bam.
much. You are spinning it so far.
I've actually heard that's very, very therapeutic. So I mean, Marco, congratulations. You're probably the least.
You've
stressed of
heard
us all.
my ass. You fucking felt it firsthand. I bet.
Nah.
What?
Nah. I'm not about the randomly fingering myself while using the restroom thing. That's your life, Marco.
Marco wasn't
Well,
either.
You sound like a very boring person.
True.
I mean,
So Chris, how was your
No,
week?
drop your weird sex story. If that sound was leading
I don't
into a
have
weird
any weird
sex story,
sex
just do it.
stories.
He has weird
sound like a
masturbation
very boring
stories, just like
person.
me.
Yep.
Actually, the one weird sex story that I think Noah has is the one about his uncle, but I won't tell it.
What?
You're
For the
a
record, 1st
you're
of
a
all,
fucking cocksucker, Marco.
one of my uncles is dead.
Oh, Jesus.
Second of all, the
Chris,
other
you
one is
go ahead
very
and cut that
happily
out, right?
married to his husband. And
Chris,
yeah, so
Chris, please cut that out.
You're a
you don't-
fucking
I'm fine with
asshole.
leaving it in, but
No, I think
Chris, please.
I'm pretty sure Marco's asking to cut it for his sake.
okay, yeah. Then
Fuck
for his
me,
sake, cut
Jesus,
it out.
no.
You're an asshole.
Oh my god.
Thinking
That's
of my
it.
uncle,
Well,
though.
thank you, everybody. I'm done. I'm never gonna be here again.
Speaking of my uncle, I do have a pretty great story involving a friend of mine who went to a birthday party at my uncle's house, and
Oh,
these
Oh
things that happened.
Jesus.
So, I'm sitting there. They adopted a kid, and I'm hanging out with her and a couple of her little friends, and we're talking. And one of them looks at me and goes, "Hey, your friend is he's acting really weird." I'm like, "Nah, he's fine."
He keeps shoving the pump up his ass.
No, that's not it. Turns out he'd fulfilled a lifelong goal of drinking some alcohol,
Oh.
and then
It's a
was
shitty goal.
continuously fed alcohol. He
Ah.
stumbles out of the back door of this house, just grabs a lawn chair, plops it down next to me with the goofiest look on his face. Just like, "Hey, what are you guys doing over here?" And I lost it. I don't think I've laughed as hard as I've ever laughed in that moment.
Jesus.
And the entire night was just more and more of the best thing ever. And
I don't know why, but I can't fucking deal with drunk people. Like, I'm just like, ugh, you make me tired.
that's
Have you ever been a drunk person?
That's the first
No, I've
drunk
never
person
been
ever
a drunk
experienced.
person. But I've dealt with many drunk people, including my own father, every fucking weekend before. Not now, not
Oh,
much now. but-
Whoa.
You
Serious.
wanna talk
no, in a
about
good
it?
way. He would
Okay.
have barbecues with his friend and he'd be drunk.
Okay,
Oh.
okay.
Not like
I'm like, are
random,
we
like,
getting
sitting
to a
on the couch
weird
drinking.
place?
No. God, no.
I'm gonna hold
Jesus,
back on
no.
the joke I was gonna do.
Not
just
again.
there.
Not
Mary,
again.
you say that like we aren't already in a weird place.
Nah, this is
Man, we're
pretty
talking about
normal
fucking
for
like anal
podcast
fisting
go.
and shit. You know what? I don't want to take this to a weird place or
Fingering!
anything.
Fingering!
Escalate that.
God.
Fingering. I don't think any of you are ready for fisting.
Absolutely
Man.
not.
I think
Anal
it's
or
medically
otherwise.
possible to survive that for very long.
It doesn't.
You know what the
It
weirdest thing is though? When
absolutely
you're looking
is.
down, like you're
Google
scrolling
it.
down a porn site or something, and you see something like when you see a fucking thumbnail and you just don't know what you're looking at. That's great right there.
And then you click it,
Like
and you
what
learn.
the
What
fuck
the
am I
heck
looking
kind of
at?
porn sites do you look at, dude? Jesus.
No, it just comes up like
What's
in
his
the like
faces?
most viewed or some shit like that because people are
Oh.
fucking sickos. So
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
there's
those
always
things
some
are
weird
curbed
stuff
by
to
what
show.
you search. I'm just saying, man.
Marco.
But anyway,
Every
Hembo is
single
great.
thing that comes out of your mouth, I have to contemplate bleeping it.
it's gonna be like a
Please.
fucking like every time I talk, just beep.
And then
Oh my God,
laughter,
that'd be the greatest podcast
or like,
ever.
oh. We
No,
could just
it would,
we
like,
could just
people
record
wouldn't listen to it because
reactions.
it would be like just constant bleeping and then a bit of laughter and they'd just be like, well, this is no good.
I
No,
cannot
we-
wait to hear what gets cut out of this. It's gonna be fantastic.
We could do a thing where play the intro music and then beep, and then we all like react in very different ways. Like one of us can go,
Way to
"Ugh,"
tell them about it right now.
and one of us could, well, cut it out then,
Way
man.
to
Nobody
fucking
else said
tell-
anything.
Yeah, we're gonna cut out this fucking entire conversation
Lovely
that you just
planning
started,
there.
and then be like, well, so we didn't just talk about anything. Don't worry about that, audience.
Well, who wants to make a segue?
That,
Chris.
Mary, that is an idea to do on a later podcast. I am all for that idea, though. I think that's
Maybe
an
every
incredible
week I
idea.
should just come up with a new thing to say, a shocking, like, horrifying thing to say at the beginning, and then it'll get cut out. So then it'll be real, because you guys won't know what it's going to be.
Not even just
I'll
repeat
start to
the
try and
stuff
win
that's
up you, though.
already been bleeped.
I cannot wait for any moment where like new people show up. Then it's like, all right, we got to explain what got cut in every episode.
I mean, you don't
before
know.
the
You
episode
don't know
started.
how many times I've wanted to say certain things just for the shock value that I haven't said because I don't want to make Chris do any more editing than he has to.
Well,
You're
at least
saying that
being
you
kind
hold
about it.
back at all?
Yes, I hold back quite a bit. I held
is
back earlier when
shocking
this guy was
information.
talking about bloody stuff. I forget.
Bloody stuff.
Like an asshole?
Yeah, there you go. We've come full circle.
Or a nose, or a
Yeah,
tampon.
we've definitely come full circle.
You remember that time
Where did the
Donald Trump
fucking
was,
circle
like, talking-
start?
was, like,
There's
talking
no
about this one
circle.
reporter lady
It's just
and
like one of
said
those
she was bleeding
squiggly
out
lines
somewhere.
that kids and insane people draw on paper with crayons. It's not a circle.
All these squares make a
What?
circle. All these squares make a circle.
All these squares make a circle. All these squares make a
Jesus.
circle.
So, man, is
I've,
there a
I've,
list? I think
I've no idea what that's a reference to.
That is
it's
a
a
TFS reference.
Dragon Ball Z abridged.
I actually finished watching that over the
Oh,
weekend.
I've not watched
You
that.
can't fucking finish watching that. It's not done.
I know it's not done, but I finished up to what they have. By the way, Chris,
you caught
go
up?
home- Yeah, I caught up. Chris,
Learn
we're
fucking
finished.
words, Noah.
Finish up. Go in and watch every single Dragon Ball Z abridged episode.
I did
Yeah, it
that.
was great.
I did that with Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged, and that was
Ugh.
fucking hysterical. Ugh,
I haven't seen that one.
Marco, I will
It
reach
got-
through this call and smack you.
Listen.
I'll be
listen.
honest.
They're not as
I'll be
good.
honest with you. Listen, here's what I'm going to say. It was good, and then it peaked at a certain point, but now I think it's getting better. There were a few episodes, like 10 episodes, where I'm like, I'm not feeling this anymore, and the more recent ones, you know, after they got done with fucking the guy who fucks penguins or something, it got better.
Penguins.
Super Kamiguru?
Yeah.
Or
Pingu. Yeah. God. If nobody on the audience knows what we're talking about, go ahead and look that up. We'll wait.
Or just
no, not even look it
don't.
up. I'll link it.
There you go.
I have the ability to link stuff, Marco.
Fucking Yu-Gi-Oh! Bridge started in like 2007, didn't it? Or 2008?
Somewhere around there, yeah.
Jesus.
forget those though. I mean, what I'm really excited for is the Helsing abridged update, which hopefully comes this month. That's how I first
Well, yeah,
discovered.
it's every Halloween, so more so.
Oh my God,
One time
I remember.
it came out on my birthday one time, like 2 years ago. That was great.
That's incredible.
Yeah, it was only a few days after Halloween. That's why.
Yeah, I remember that's how I found them. I don't even remember how. Just I found it at one point. I'm like,
I was
this
literally
is funny.
being a fucking loser little weeb and looking up Dragon Ball stuff,
Little
and then
weeb.
like I saw Dragon Ball Z abridged episode 19. I'm like, the fuck 19? What is this abridged thing? I don't even know what that means. And I watched it, and I nearly shat myself in the middle of the bed.
I'll be honest, only
Is that another one
watched
of
Dragon
your
Ball Z
fetishes?
abridged because I was bored and felt that there was nothing else to do. Because
Wow.
it was a goal for a lot of my life to avoid Dragon Ball as long as possible.
I think that if you said that to the guys who make it, they'd be very honored.
Yeah.
They'd probably like fucking bow, like thank you so much.
I mean, that's how I found My Little Pony, so, you know.
God. Chris, what are you doing?
What am I doing? I'm sitting here listening to y'all talk.
I read a book.
What
That's
book did you
good.
read?
Congratulations.
What?
I'm proud of you.
I read a lot of books, but I read.
I didn't even know she could hold a book.
You can suck my cock, dude.
Marco.
My
Twice now.
fat, juicy, and I'm gonna smack you in the face with it, just like.
Jesus Christ. Alright, that's done. Stop it right now. You go any further, I will bleep this thing.
You threatening me?
So, shall
Chris?
I drastically change
This is
the
gonna end up
subject,
being
or-
like 5 minutes of actual usable audio, and the rest is just gonna.
I read the weird gender swapped Twilight book.
Oh yeah, so what's that like? I heard about that.
I didn't, for some reason, but...
Probably because it's not your demographic.
Yeah.
What
So
does
I
gender
read
mean?
Twilight, and it was just sort of like, you know, it was just a series. Like, I wasn't super into it. But then I got super into the last book, because I was like, this shit's fucking crazy. I love it. And then when 50 Shades of Grey happened, I was like, I don't know how I feel about this. But I read it
But
anyway,
I'll
and
tell
I
you
was
how I
like,
felt about it.
What?
Anyway,
What?
yeah, MaryPat, what's that? Okay, continue.
just I read it, and it wasn't. Listen, if a book gets like people who have been married for a really long time and like don't bang anymore and don't get weird anymore, if it gets them to a point where they get weird, more power to a damn book series. But then
What
I
is
realized
going on over there with that background noise?
It's not me.
I'm hearing like a shifting.
I think it's Chris.
That's not me.
Chris, you like
I'm
unzipping up
I'm
there?
jerking off my giant cock. But then I realized it was out of control because, like, 50 Shades of Grey is started as Twilight fan fiction, and then Stephanie Meyer wrote a Twilight from the perspective of Edward, and then E.L. James wrote a book, the first 50 Shades of Grey book, from the point of Christian Grey, and now there's a gender swapped one, and I'm just like, Jesus Christ.
I bet that the book that was from Edgar's point of view, that was from Edward's point of view, was probably just like, looks up, I want to bang that chick.
No, he's like all
Statue of
poetic
Noah.
and shit because he's like a man, like he's like one of those poetic Victorian age men, and he's like,
I'm sorry. I wish to have sexual consummations with that woman.
no, he like
Hey, I
talks
mean-
about her eyes and her hair. And
Technically,
her
we're
smell.
both of age, right? I mean, I'm
she
530 and
wasn't.
she's 18 or whatever.
She was
I
in
don't
fucking
know.
high school.
He was in high school. Let's be honest. I don't know much about this series, but how the heck did no one pick up that this family of weirdos had been in the same school for however long the school existed?
That's how like fucking
That's
Seattle
not-
is. I
that's
think was
not-
that in Seattle or Oregon? Or
That's
something?
not how it
Washington?
worked. They would travel different places, and they'd go through high school, and then they'd spend like 10 years after high school because they've established that they graduated, and then they'd realize they were never getting younger, so they'd move to some other place for like 100 years.
But
I
Man,
hate
10
that I
years
know
and you
this
don't
much
notice
about the
you're getting
backstory, so I'm just gonna
Dude,
shut up
I'm a
now.
fucking
It was weird.
vampire.
surprise!
It
I got
was a
bit
weird
500
story. That's
years
all you have
ago.
to worry
Now
about.
I'm a vampire.
I love how even the actor who played the vampire guy even realizes that it's shit.
Yeah.
I think
yeah.
Carmela did it better.
God, I have so much respect for him for being like, no, listen, I don't like this at all.
Cedric Diggory.
Hey, I mean,
Yeah, shout
the
out to
check
him.
was good, so
Oh yeah, paycheck was real good. Blowjob's probably even better.
After the second movie, I'm sure after the first movie, I'm sure he got paid a fortune.
Oh yeah,
I'm sure
but
he
then
did.
he was banging Kristen Stewart for a
Watson
while.
or something. Have like
And now, as far as I know, they've both
Taylor
jumped up the map.
Taylor Lautner.
Yeah, didn't he have like an actual
fuck?
contract? Was
Taylor
that real? That said he had to take
Watson?
his shirt off a certain amount of times.
No,
I feel like
but if
that's a
you look
joke.
at him in
That's
the
a
first
joke.
movie and then look at him in the second, you can tell that they got him a trainer
Yep.
because he had to get like super jacked for the second one.
I mean, I fell in love with him ever since I was a little boy because I saw him in Shark Boy
Shark
and
Boy?
Lava Girl.
Oh yeah,
Like, man, he's cute.
I never saw that movie.
It's a decent enough movie.
Yeah,
It's not bad. The fucking graphics are awful or shit, but it's not bad.
Well, because
It's one of those movies
that was very much like Spy Kids era.
What is the deal with fucking what's his face? Hispanic guy makes those movies.
Robert Rodriguez.
Robert Rodriguez.
He
He goes from
fell
like
off the
0 to
deep end.
100. He goes from fucking Spy Kids to Machete. That's like, what the fuck, man?
Can we
And
just
isn't the
take
uncle-
a moment and appreciate how sexy Danny Trejo is?
Oh my god,
Isn't
dude.
Danny Trejo's character?
I wish
in
I was
Spy
that one
Kids,
blonde chick and her mother that was fucking Danny Trejo in the pool. I wish I was them.
Jesus.
Well, okay then.
Mainly because I want to be a woman.
Well,
Marco,
there
we're
are
like
stuff you can do
charting a
about that.
progression for you here. Like something's
just
something's
kidding.
gonna happen.
I mean, no,
He's gonna
listen,
snap in the middle
I
of the
don't want to be a
podcast.
woman, but if I had to be a woman, I think that'd be pretty cool. Except for
Yeah,
like,
I get
the,
that because sometimes I
being
think if
treated
I had
like
a
shit.
dick, my life would be easier.
I feel like
That's what I think about vagina. I mean, I'm sure I'd have much more friends if I had a vagina, and was pretty.
I imagine
But,
that entirely stems on what you look like as a woman. So
I feel
No,
like
God,
I feel
don't
like
do that. You're gonna vomit.
I feel like
Listen,
I
if you
feel like-
wanted to transition right now, it would be the perfect time.
I feel
before
like
you get,
Marco
like-
wants to be
No,
a
wouldn't I'm getting
I,
pumped of testosterone.
I feel like Marco wants to be a woman because for a girl to
Because
be
he's in
into
love
like
with you.
fingers in her ass, that's more normal for a girl than a guy.
you know,
I
don't
think you're wrong about that.
I think that's
I
the
wanna
only
be a girl
reason
'cause
Marco
fucking
wants to
free
be a
shit.
woman.
Oh,
This
so-
podcast has just
This is
it's just the whole fucking thing. Just the whole fucking thing has just been a clusterfuck. Just
it's been a
everything.
thing. I can.
I'm
it's
I'm
been a
trying,
thing.
Mary.
And now,
I'm trying.
and now you're gonna hear dogs barking in the background.
So I'm gonna drastically change the subject if everyone's okay with that.
No,
Yeah,
don't do
just
that. I'm not
fucking do
okay
it,
with that
man.
at all.
Has anyone played
Fuck you,
Destiny:
Noah.
The Taken King yet?
No, because that game sucks.
Oh my
Just gonna
god!
talk?
You shut your mouth and you buy that game.
Listen,
You want to fucking buy me that game, asshole? I'll invite it. You know, I'll accept that. But
if
don't
I have money, give me an address. I will send you that game.
Are you fucking
if you have an
serious?
Xbox One.
Jesus, man,
It's
you
a
really
great
enjoy,
game.
You must really enjoy that game.
it is a very.
Granted, I paid $80 for the game, so I'm going down with the ship. So if the next
It's,
DLC sucks, I'm going down with the ship. no,
Somebody I know fucking plays that game like 16 fucking hours a day and lets
Literally
me
every
know
single one of my
whenever
friends
they've
plays
gotten
that.
a new legendary, blah blah bullshit. I'm so fucking sick of that game. I call it his stripper whore girlfriend. I'm so
Jesus.
fucking angry at that game because it's so
Stripper whore
smart.
girlfriend.
It's a first person shooter that has like role playing game MMO type
know.
elements to it. It's so fucking. That was such a smart idea, but
I don't know about
hate
role
it.
playing, but I think it is like an MMO. I don't know about.
Yeah,
role
it's
playing,
very much the closest thing I think.
Well,
that
just
a
like the RPG where
Xbox
you
could
can
get to
use different abilities and.
It's
different
like
gear.
the RuneScape, but with Halo.
Yeah, which
Isn't
and
that
I'll be
what
honest.
people wanted? Like a Halo MMO? Well, there you go. It's Destiny.
There was plans for that at one point, I think, but they dropped it when they realized how stupid it sounded.
What, Destiny?
And then they made Destiny.
No, like an actual Halo like MMORPG.
I would have played that.
Oh, it was weird looking. It was like
I mean,
you
listen, I
explore the
suck.
universe.
I'll admit, I fucking suck at first-person shooters and anything and all that stuff.
Oh,
'cause
I
I'm
suck at
terrible
them, but I love them to death.
But that's
Like-
exactly why I'm not going to pay money for something that I know I'm not going to enjoy and I'm going to suck at. You know, cool. It's cool whoever wants to play that, but Jesus Christ, it's like I only hear about that game anymore. And I'm saying, like, all my friends play it, so that's probably why I hear so
Yeah.
much about it.
But like,
Jesus.
here's what they did with Destiny. Like, it was Destiny Year 1 was the vanilla game was alright. Then the Dark Below was meh. Like, they kind of worked on a story. It felt kind of rushed. The House of Wolves came out. It was obvious they did a lot more for it, but it wasn't enough. And then the Taken King drops, and it was obvious how well crafted they'd done it.
I do like the thing where you can just, like, you're in the middle of this battlefield and all that, all war going around, and you just start dancing.
That was probably the... Which, thinking of that, they're adding a way to buy more dances with real-life currency soon.
Oh, dude, I bought dances before.
They switched to you being able to buy, like, all that, you know, those little circle deals that you buy, like, special weapons with? Have they figured out a way to, like...
Coins?
Yeah.
Is there a twerking dance yet, or can they add one?
Who knows, they might. But the only thing that you're going to have to pay for with real-life currency in the game is going to be dances, and I think I've heard somewhere about shaders for your sparrow. Which
I want to see some of
And
those, like,
DLC.
in-game characters make that ass clap.
They are wearing skin-tight armor, so I don't know how well that would work.
The only part of that game that I thoroughly enjoyed was the making the character part, and I don't know if that's just because I'm, like, a girl or whatever, but
What?
I didn't... The, like, where you, like, design your character, and I made 3, and I got them all to level 20, and
Calling me
and
a
then
girl?
after that I was like, eh.
No,
I like designing stuff.
it's okay, Mary. I'm the
That's the thing,
exact
like,
same way.
they switched
I'm
out the way
exact
the
same
leveling
way.
works, which was also really cool. So, yes, there's a light level, but you can still hit level 40 without having all the right gear. It's just going to take a long time.
It sounds like a huge pain in the ass.
It's a bit of a pain in the ass. Like, for example, I started a character at level 34, so I had all the gear ready to go, and I played through it and I was fine. Getting a character from, like, level 25, I cannot imagine how hard that must be. Which, I
The
think
music in that
25
game, I will admit the music in that game is really good.
Oh my gosh, yes. Like, that was probably my favorite thing, seeing, like, first the trailers for the game, and then I think it was the mission, The Last Array, where you have to
The
defend
music really,
little...
it makes you want to, like, rock out and just be like, yeah, I'm
Oh,
going
it's
to kick
so
everybody's
great.
asses.
Yeah, like, there's just
Everyone's
one
dead.
mission.
Everyone dies tonight.
Yeah, there's, like, one mission where, like, the music just, like, starts up, like, and it's super dramatic, and everything's charging you. And I just remember thinking, this is the greatest game experience I've had ever. It's just this mission. Like, forget the rest of the game. I could play that mission for hours.
I don't know,
Listen, I get it. I get why people like it, but it's just so... It's one of those, like, all-encompassing games. And
Yeah.
I've watched somebody, like, go head-on into it and just become completely obsessed with it, and it's just so... I just can't like it.
And there are people,
Like-
like, for instance, Ray streamed that for a while. There are a lot of Destiny streamers on Twitch. And,
Yeah.
like, as much as I like the people that are streaming it, I'm like, oh my god, I gotta occupy myself. I gotta do something else. I can't sit here and watch that game.
Yeah, it's just like it drops, and that's what everybody does, and it's like it's too big a flood of the same thing.
Yeah, like, I had moments,
Yeah,
like,
I
I
mean,
played the vanilla game, I got out of it, I started playing, like, Call of Duty or Halo. Then I
What
got
is
the
with
DLC.
that, though, where, like, when it came out, or, like, for a while when Destiny came out, people loved it, and then they fucking hated it, and then they liked it again.
Because it's a game that never ends, and I think people are weirded out by that when it's on a console.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that is right, yeah.
I think
That,
I
and
think what
I
it
will
also
admit
might
that
have
game
been.
sucked.
Never...
I think what it also might have been is when people saw the gameplay footage. It's like, yeah, it seems almost like another first-person shooter, but when it dropped, it just seemed so unique in the way it did the leveling and the character creation and all of the how you
The
got
weapons
different
and-
equipment and customizing your weapons. But after a while, people started to see like, oh, it's just another first-person shooter, and then fell off. And then the research came right around the point of the DLC.
Yeah. I'll be
Well-
honest, though, I'm going to say something about that game, which is going to probably tick a lot of people off. The worst thing to ever happen to Destiny was the Gallahorn rocket launcher.
Is
Which
that the
was
one
this-
that they just had Xur sell in the
He
store for
sold
the
it
first time?
twice.
Yeah.
And the thing about the gun was it
Gallahorn?
was so
Listen,
ridiculously
said person-
overpowered.
said person that I know who has
Yes.
gone off the deep end into Destiny.
Dude, just name drop them. Throw their fucking name in here. Let's swarm
It's
them.
my fucking husband.
Oh,
he-
I was kidding.
Okay.
Jesus.
Well, then fucking beep it. I don't care. But
Your husband's gonna fucking murder us, I swear. Like,
Nope, I'm gonna fight him off.
he
Let him
doesn't
burn in
listen to
hell.
something
Let
I'm
him
involved
burn
in. That
in
would be
hell.
supportive. That was a little bit mean.
Jesus.
So,
I'm keeping
Anyway,
all this
The
in
person
and
that
letting
I've
this
watched
guy
go
burn.
into this Destiny
feel
Hole
really bad now.
got to the point where he was like glitching Croatia, and I was
Crota.
like, gee, Crota? Sorry.
Croatia's a country.
Nobody cares.
Croatia's a country.
Croatia's a country, that's right.
Anyway, he was glitching it and like getting between the lanterns and like going over this hill and like glitching to the other side, not having to fight the troll, and it was just, I was just like,
What a
it
fucking
just seemed
nerd.
too much. Yeah, right.
I'm glitching it
I've
so I
always
don't
thought
have
of
to fight the
myself as
troll.
Sorry, it just makes me
Get all
angry.
the XP.
I'll be honest, I've
All
always
right, what are
seen
you doing
myself as
now?
more of a...
BT
I'm trying not to She-Hulk.
Oh,
She's
Jesus
raging
Christ.
against Destiny.
So,
I have
we were
very
talking about
strong
music
feelings
earlier.
against
I
Destiny.
believe that the lovely people at Rooster Teeth had a rock band stream.
Oh my
yeah,
god.
speaking
it was
of games that kind of
amazing.
fell off and is coming back, Rock Band 4.
Rock Band 4 and Guitar Hero Live. Wow, I mean...
That
I thought
Rock
both of those
Band
were dead.
stream was
Yeah.
incredible.
No, I thought you were dead.
Oh.
I think the problem with the music playing games was that they got like super specific bands.
Yeah.
Van Halen
heard it-
and blah blah blah. Beatles.
Yeah, I can't.
And it's like
Was the other guy Steven Tyler's band, Aerosmith, I think?
They
Yeah.
needed a game that was more open concept.
right.
I've
and
also
you can
heard
play.
that like Oh, go ahead, Mary. Pat.
No, I was just you can play like current hits. You can play like. There's still going to be some songs that you hear for the first time playing on Rock Band. It's going to be nice.
I understand
Yeah,
that, Guitar Hero, when it came out, it was fucking, the big thing. But Rock Band, I agree, has a wider, I guess, it's better for, if you want to have your friends over, you can do all kinds of shit, because it's a whole band. It has all the instruments, not just
Yeah.
the guitar.
Yeah, I remember I saw somewhere the two big reasons, at least for Guitar Hero, that it died was A, licensing those songs was getting impossible with all the knockoffs, and then along not just the music but storage space on GameStop and Best Buy shelves was getting harder and harder to achieve with Guitar Hero, Rock Band, and then the third-party versions.
Yep. There's, all these fucking, toy instruments.
Yeah. I had Guitar Hero 3 for the Wii, and that was about it.
I had the first Guitar Hero, or Guitar Hero 2, I forget, but,
I had Guitar Hero.
I
and
remember
Guitar
one
Hero
time I
2.
got so angry
was
at it, and my
awesome.
brother, he's like, oh, you can just, the thing's practically broken anyway, it doesn't even matter. And I'm like, okay, and I just took out all my rage on my bunk bed with the guitar. I literally just rammed it.
Oh,
Bunk bed still,
you
fine
smashed the
condition.
guitar.
Rammed the
fucking
guitar.
Stupid
so many
little
jokes can be made.
bitch-ass plastic guitar pissed me off. It was broken already.
I'll be honest with you, the one thing that annoyed me so much years after I stopped playing Guitar Hero was when I learned that Guitar Hero 3 had the Halo theme as a DLC. I would have bought that in a heartbeat because I loved Halo. It was, oh man, I remember reading that crap. I wish the Wii got DLC for stuff.
That was
Said
How do you
no
play
one
the Halo?
ever.
I remember the hardest thing was Freebird. That was the most fucking difficult thing ever. and
Hot
if
for
you accomplished
Teacher,
that, you were
Fire
God.
and Flames.
I don't
Fire
listen to
and
that
the
music.
Flames.
I don't know what that is. I like
So-
50 Cent.
So Guitar Hero is the one of the main reasons I hate Dragon Force now. I hate Dragon
Really?
Force because Through the Fire and the Flames was on Guitar Hero.
Through the Fire
What
and the
is
Flames,
Dragon
the only
Force?
Dragon Force I've ever heard.
I mean, for a
yeah.
while, they had Operation Ground and Pound, and I think it was Eye of the Storm. I'll look it up later and definitely link it. But for a while, I could put up with Eye of the Storm. But as more and more time passed since Through the Fire and the Flames on Guitar Hero, it's yeah, I'm really not liking these guys. I'm still not liking them, and I hate them now.
Yeah.
And it's
I'll be honest
I've
though,
never-
who's going to be the target audience for new Guitar Hero and Rock Band games? Because that's not the kind of music people listen to anymore.
people who grew
That's not
up
true.
with the original
Oh, that's true, but-
series of games.
I mean, those people that don't listen to it, they don't necessarily have to,
Well, we're not. It's
breathe
not
anymore.
metal. They're not doing
I know,
metal. It's there's pop songs on there, and that's why people were
Listen.
bitching about it because they've included a lot more pop music. And
why do you
want
want to play games with your sister?
Yeah.
Funhouse reference. Thank you.
Yeah.
My brother, for example, would never buy it because it probably doesn't have Waka Flocka Flame or any crap like that
What
on
the
it.
fuck?
My brother listens to that, and it's obnoxious. It's
Can I
horrible.
meet your brother? I want to meet him and be like, what goes through your head?
Oh my god, my brother.
Are we-
Fortunately,
yeah.
my brother is in Clemson right now, so...
I like
As in
rap
where?
music.
What?
Where the
What?
fuck is he?
He's at a Clemson baseball or football game, whatever sport it is he's playing.
Oh, what a loser.
Yeah.
Sports.
I never really
Dude,
felt the...
are you guys ready to get fucking annihilated today?
You ready for Freddy?
What?
No,
Why
because
would
like you guys, my people are totally gonna kick your ass in like the
Yeah.
best sport ever.
Oh,
Football.
fuck no. Fuck no.
love how
Absolutely
whenever,
not.
like-
USA all the way.
You're gonna get fucking wrecked,
You can
boy.
suck it, Marco.
Germany.
I don't actually like
Woo!
soccer. But it's weird. I'm like the only Mexican alive that does not give a shit about soccer. I
I'm
want it to stop.
I'm the only guy in this state who gives a shit about soccer. And it annoys the fuck
You
about
want to
my
like?
family.
You want to trade?
Soccer, like a lot of things, is better
Actually, no.
for-
Never mind. I might actually get stabbed if I go to Detroit. Never mind. You go ahead and stay.
Hey,
I remember
obligatory
You would
Uh,
get
Detroit
stabbed.
joke.
Chris would
Yeah, I'd
get
fucking
stabbed.
Absolutely not. Are you
Dude,
kidding
I'm
me?
literally.
I would
like,
get
the-
stabbed.
I'm everything that like Hispanic people hate because I'm Hispanic, but I'm not.
You're like
I'm whitewashed.
You're like a
I'm a
fake
traitor
Hispanic.
to them.
Yeah, I remember when the World Cup was going on a few years back, and I was volunteering with a friend of mine at a
That was
camp.
like a year ago.
Was it a year ago?
It was
a
last
while
year.
ago for me, but
Last
I don't remember
year.
when
A
it
year
was.
ago.
It feels like
Time
it
moves
forever.
non-linearly for you.
Yeah, exactly. It's
Fucking
been.
Doctor Who over here.
But yeah, it's I remember like I was working a summer camp, and like one day just happened to be during a World Cup game. I swear to you, every time I turned around, my friend and half the counselors were in like a back room watching on an iPad. It was hilarious. It was like, oh, where's my friend? Just walk into the kitchen, like see the back doors open, like, oh, there they are, and they'll just crowded around this little iPad on a shelf.
So you're telling me a bunch of guys who were at a summer camp were obsessed with balls? Yeah, nothing's changed.
God damn it!
I
Church camp, you sick fuck.
Even more.
I
You proved
think-
my point even more. Thank you.
I think that every single episode, there's been a point at which Marco says something, and then somebody goes, "God damn it, Marco."
It's a staple of the podcast.
That's our thing. Marco's just a creep sometimes.
I don't
Not
think-
all the times, but
And I don't want this. Trust me. I want this podcast to succeed with whoever's on it. But if I'm ever not on, I think it's just going to be like
it's gonna be very
silence.
boring.
Would you like some tea?
Yeah, it's
Yes,
going to be
I'd
like the
like
most
some tea
classy
and
fucking
crumpets.
thing ever. Oh, you
It'll be
fancy a
either
jammy
really
dodger,
quiet,
mate?
Or we're actually gonna speak about productive. Was that Australian or British?
Marco.
What?
Marco.
That was so what? That was awful.
I'm just shaking my fucking head right now.
You act like it's supposed to be good. I'm fucking Mexican. What do you think it's going to be? I'm not fucking British in the least.
Neither am I, but I can pull off a decent British accent.
You're white.
I know. And if I can pull it off, you have no reason not to.
Your fucking great-grandfather probably came from England, you son of a bitch.
Mine's actually Polish, so
You guys are
Oh,
weird.
great.
or Belarusian, something like that. I don't
What? Man,
know.
Europe's
Belarus
a
is
weird
tiny little
place.
country. Come on, go watch World War Z. There's an Air Belarus plane. It's
Dude,
awesome.
funny thing about World War Z, and I still to this day think it was planned, Peter Capaldi was in World War Z, and he was a doctor at the World Health Organization,
Medical-
which in acronym form is WHO. So he was a WHO doctor, and now he's Doctor Who.
I'll agree that absolutely had to be planned.
That
There's
had
no
to be
way.
planned. There's no fucking way that's a coincidence. That makes me
It's
angry.
a coincidence. That was
Or
a,
he looked at it.
that was
Like
a long
they gave
time
him the
ago.
script.
How? How is it a coincidence? Peter Capaldi, who is now Doctor Who, was a WHO doctor.
He's-
World
Here's
Health
the thing,
Organization
though.
doctor.
The way-
He's not
the way I'm
Doctor
thinking of
Who.
it-
He's the doctor.
Yes.
Shut your
Yeah.
fucking
Thank
mouth,
you.
Right,
Chris.
Marco.
Thank
I
you,
know,
Chris.
I know
Thank
how to
you.
fucking. I know what his character's called. I'm saying on the show, like the show is called Doctor Who.
Then he's on Doctor Who, not he's Doctor
He's
Who.
the doctor of Doctor Who, not Doctor Who of Doctor Who.
Have this fucking
God.
discussion.
The
Marco.
only time anyone ever asks him, it says the name Doctor Who, it's when they become his companion.
You know why I don't care whether it's the Doctor or Doctor Who? Because the fucking actors themselves say Doctor Who.
Right.
Yeah, well, they're
Because
wrong.
it's the show's name.
People in fucking England say, now you're Doctor Who, or how's it feel being Doctor Who recently? Like, people in
Well,
fucking England
because
say,
And
why
you'll
can't we
notice-
say it?
Yes,
and you'll notice
okay,
that they
but
all
but
get
that's
corrected.
That's when a reporter and some shit has no idea about what the fuck they're supposed to be asking, or is
He's
not a
fucking
fan
English.
of it.
I'm sure he knows exactly what he's talking about.
That's not true. That's like a generalization about British people.
That was a bit of a stretch there.
That's like the one
Just like
dream
I'm
that,
sure
I
all the British
I'm
people
a
know the
terrible
Queen.
actor. I don't want to be the Doctor
And the
ever, but I
Canadians.
can never be because I'm not British, and I don't think they'll ever have a Doctor who's not British on.
Yeah, probably.
They've had a few Scottish doctors.
Yeah, well,
That is
that's
true,
still,
though.
from the UK.
Listen.
That's still British.
Is Capaldi Scottish?
Yes,
Yeah.
he is.
That's what I thought.
Tennant is Scottish, I believe. Fucking what's the one? The bloody Paul McGann, wasn't he Scottish?
The Eighth Doctor, I think.
Yeah,
Was
he
he
was just in the
Scottish?
movie, but I think he as a person was Scottish.
Yeah.
Fucking Stephen Moffat, is Scottish, so I think that's why there's a bit of a
If you guys can
presence
hear
there.
that, that's my dog barking, and I'm really sorry.
I don't care.
Okay, good.
Whoa,
Well,
Marco's a little
it's
bit
that
salty.
time of year. It's that time of the podcast, guys.
Nope.
It's
Paul,
dog kicking time.
Paul McGann was born in Liverpool.
Ah, fuck, never
Ah.
mind.
Yeah, I'll
What
be
are you
honest. my
laughing
favorite,
at? It's not a competition.
Nah, but
You know who else is Scottish? Rory
John
McCann. John Cena. No, but I
John
like
Cena
John
jokes.
Cena if he was.
those John Cena jokes, I don't think will get old anytime soon.
They better not,
Because
or I'll cry.
The randomness of them are great. Like, have you guys seen the one from Halo, like the Halo 5 assassination that they just put the John Cena theme over?
Oh, spoilers for episode 1 of Doctor Who if you haven't of the new season of Doctor Who if you haven't seen it.
John Cena's
Well,
in it?
No, there's a scene where he's asking the kid what his name is because he traveled back in time, and it's a villain of his from the past. I won't say his name exactly, but he's
I
asking
will
what his
happily
name is.
say it, but
Davros.
Yep.
But there's a YouTube video where it's that
Oh
it
my
makes
God.
itself out to be that scene. Like I clicked on it thinking it was going to be the clip from the show, and then it's like, what's your name? Just tell me your name. And it's like, my name is, and then it's just the John Cena thing. I didn't expect it.
That's
It's the one time I never saw it coming, and I fucking cried laughing. God, I love Doctor Who.
Dude,
So apparently they are making a spin-off though, where it's like about kids in school, like high school or something like that, and in the
That
Doctor
could be
Who
interesting.
universe. I'm not looking forward to it. I'm keeping my distance. I'm not going to be excited for it until I see more. Obviously, right now it's just an idea.
I've never not been excited about a Doctor Who spinoff.
What?
Sorry, I just looked that up, and yeah, it's great.
Oh, what the fuck are you talking about? This guy. Yeah. What are you saying, Chris?
I've never not been excited for a Doctor Who spinoff. It's like even just the announcement, and I get excited about it.
Well, they were because they were just saying there's a special announcement coming on, but then when they explained what the announcement was, I'm like, eh.
I'll be honest. I started watching Doctor Who at a point where the only spin-off series was Torchwood, and I think it already had ended by that point. So
Torchwood.
Oh, Jack Harkness. Fuck. I want.
Yeah.
I love John Barrowman. Can I just say? In everything
Apparently,
he does,
he showed up to
doesn't?
Dragon Con in a dress.
he is
so.
a wonderful man, and I love him. And God damn it, God.
You know who my
Damn.
favorite Doctor is?
Who?
Smith.
Okay.
Eh.
You said that as if you meant like to spark a reaction. I'm confused.
Apparently, it's a very heated debate. I was surprised
What?
that no one yelled at me.
Everyone
I've ever said that
I
to
like the
yells at me.
Doctors. They're fucking great. Why is there a debate?
I mean, I like the
people
Doctor.
like
Just
to
Matt
argue?
happens to be my favorite.
I never got that. I personally, like me as a person, I've loved every person that I've watched as the Doctor. I love Chris
Yeah.
Eccleston, David Tennant, Matt Smith, and Peter Capaldi, who people
Capaldi's great.
got really anal about. I fucking love him. He's great.
It's like the start of a new regeneration cycle. He's got to be old, then he's gonna get young again.
Yeah, well, it'll play along as it may, but there's
Maybe
reasoning
he'll become
behind
one.
it, I guess, that they haven't really gone into too much. I guess sort of in the first episode of Series 8, they were saying because it's like out of trust, because that's who he's like, that's what he feels like inside. He feels like an old man by now.
Yeah.
He's fucking 2,000 years old. So, because he trusted her, I guess, Clara, he said, alright, I'm gonna be an old guy. Not a conscious decision, but like a subconscious decision.
My God, that show was fantastic. But
Yeah.
I need to catch up. I haven't watched the past few episodes.
I'm not gonna talk about the episode that just came out today and last week's because people are still gonna watch that.
Thank you for that. That's very kind of you.
Spoilers.
Fuck spoilers.
Spoilers, darling.
It literally came out today. I was watching it before the podcast.
Were you watching it legally?
Yes, because technically, I shut up.
Torrent
Bam.
exists. It's
How
legal.
about that?
I buy all the DVDs. All right, so I'm
okay.
entitled.
You buy
Yeah,
all the DVDs.
I watch it when they come out in the.
Entitled to
I watch
what?
it live.
You
from
are a
the-
Time Lord.
from London, and I buy all the DVDs, so I'm fucking entitled. All right,
Total shit.
I can watch it from England time, and then I buy it. So yeah, that's Doctor Who.
Wait, so you
That's
buy
really good
every DVD, so you're entitled. What are you entitled to? What does that
No,
mean?
I mean like I watch them because I don't wait until they come on BBC America. I watch them live when they're airing in London. So to make up for the fact that I'm not watching it, officially, I guess. So I don't know if they're getting my viewing. I'll watch it if it's on BBC America, like when I'm not busy. But I will buy the DVD, so it's like I'm still giving them something. I'm still. I don't know how to explain it.
You're still reimbursing them somehow.
Yeah,
for their
sort of like for
content.
what they're for the content they're giving me.
I mean, that's a good idea. There's a lot of stuff I need to do that with
Because
there's a lot
I
of stuff
can't
that
wait the fucking from the different hours because there's too many spoilers on the internet and I can't do it. I'm like, no, I gotta watch it.
Remember when Rooster Teeth did the Doctor Who spoiler cast?
And then
Yeah,
everybody
I enjoyed
bitched
that.
at Brandon.
But I had watched it by then.
That was the one that killed the spoiler cast, right?
More or
I
less.
think
yeah.
Shut your mouth.
so.
I enjoyed
I
it.
know.
Fuck you.
I enjoyed it because I knew I knew a lot about it, so like I was able to keep up with everything. But then I also became one of those guys that was just like yelling at Brandon constantly, and it was
Yeah,
funny because
same.
Right?
he's the one who recommended that they do it, and everybody on Twitter just ripped him apart.
Yeah, that must have been the one that like.
He
I
came
remember they
across
just
a
destroyed
fucking idiot.
the idea for the spoiler cast after it was either that one or the.
I think they did a Walking Dead one after that, didn't they?
No, it was. I know they did
think
a
Walking
Game of
Dead was
Thrones,
before that.
Oh.
a Ruby,
Breaking Bad.
Breaking Bad, and yeah,
Let
I
me tell
think
you about
Doctor
the
Who
time
might have been
that
the one that killed it.
When I went to see the 50th anniversary at a theater with my brother, it was like one of the happiest experiences of my life because
That was great.
it's fun to meet people who like the same thing that you do. Same
That,
as
why
Rooster Teeth.
that like when I went to the theater and saw Battle of Gods,
Oh, yeah,
the
Dragon
BBC
Ball.
movie, and I was
Hi,
like,
Bulma.
I got weird.
Apparently you were masturbating, all right? But
No, I was
Yeah,
just
that-
like super happy. I was just like,
But
That's why
it's
RTX
fun when
was
you
such
can
a
be
great
like you can be
experience.
dorks together, because there's certain things you don't want to do. Like I wouldn't.
but then
normally
all the
put my
movie
s-
theater people judge
I wouldn't
you.
put. I wouldn't put. Fuck them. I wouldn't put my screwdriver up and start like blasting it. But everyone in the theater did it at once. So I'm like, I'm gonna do it too.
Yeah, like I remember, like the day I went, the first full day I went to RTX 2015. I was in costume and I felt really weird until I walked in and saw all the other costumes. I'm like, yeah, these people are like me. I'm
What
good.
costume
Right,
was it?
right.
I went as a White Fang member. It was awesome.
Oh, cool.
Okay, so
I missed the panel. though.
their first spoiler cast was Game of Thrones.
Yeah, that's what.
Then it was.
I think that's why they created it though,
Then
because
it
they wanted
was,
to talk
yeah.
about Game of Thrones.
So it was Game
Because
of
they used to do it
Thrones,
like after the podcast.
and then World
and
War
then-
Z was the next one.
Oh yeah, that one was
Then-
good.
Then it was Breaking Bad. And then
Never saw that one because I have yet to see that show.
Ender's Game. Then it was the RT ladies discussing Ruby,
That's right.
and then Doctor Who. So Doctor Who was the last one. That was
Doctor Who.
Good.
No.
I'm glad it went out on a Doctor Who.
that was November of 2013.
Hey, shout out
Yeah,
to November.
it's dead.
So yeah, it was Game of Thrones was June of 2013. It went from June 21st to November 22nd.
Chris, can I
And
have
there's
my birthday
not been
off?
Another one since.
I feel like I'm talking to my manager now. Like for the podcast, I have my manager. I have to ask him if I can
When
have the
is
day
your
off.
birthday?
I have no idea. It's November 4th, but I don't know if it's a Saturday or not.
Let
I'll
me-
check.
It's
Exactly.
not because that's the day I'm flying.
No, it's a Wednesday.
Yeah.
November, yeah,
Why do I
November
always
4th
get
is
why?
Wednesday.
Why is my birthday on the day everybody votes for president? Like, no, fuck that. Nobody cares about that. Come to my birthday
Speaking
party.
of November,
My
does
biological
anyone
mother.
else? Oh,
My biological mother was born on July 4th. So.
Nice. Sucks to be her, man. Jeez.
Yeah. Except all the
Speaking-
fireworks in the whole country are for her.
My
That's
cousin,
pretty cool.
Yeah.
my cousin was born on April 1st. So imagine how that goes. Saying, "Oh yeah, it's my birthday."
Ooh.
People are just like, "Oh really now?"
The Weasley twins were born on April 1st. I think that's a cool birthday.
Yeah, but not everybody at our school liked Harry Potter.
Only one of them celebrates it now.
Oh,
Okay,
spoiler
I'm gonna
alert!
legit cry.
I'm so sorry.
I don't.
Wow,
give a
yeah.
shit.
Spoiler
Like,
alert for a book
I
that
like
came out
Harry
like
Potter. I like Harry
7
Potter
years
to an
ago.
extent, but I don't cry over it. Like it's one of those things where I enjoy it, but I'm not gonna cry over
Oh,
it.
I
Fun
cried
fact:
over
Harry
it.
Potter 7 was the catalyst for the first time I ever spent the entire night awake.
I watched it on a
And
plane,
loved it.
so
That is a hell of a reason.
No,
I
it was
only-
because it was the final book's midnight launch, and it was my birthday, so my mom decided it'd be a great idea to take me and some friends out to get it. And then we came home and played Star Wars Battlefront the entire
you go
night,
out
and
and
it
do
was
stuff
awesome.
with your mom. What a loser. No, I'm just
I was like 8 or 9.
I do it too. Don't worry.
What
Okay.
day is Thanksgiving?
November 24th, I believe. That might be the day Doctor Who aired. Never mind.
That was the.
I
24th.
might have that better memory in my head than Thanksgiving.
Well,
It's really funny.
my school gives the 25th through the 29th off for Thanksgiving break. I don't know what day it's on.
26.
It's on
It's
Sunday,
26. I'm
isn't
sure
it?
now. I'm sure now.
No, it's a Thursday.
Is it? Oh yeah, it's the last Thursday in November.
Yeah, because then Black Friday, and then Cyber Monday.
Black Friday is probably the.
I know
biggest
what the
waste of
shocking
time.
thing I'm gonna say for the Christmas special is.
Oh boy!
Oh, so speaking of which, I was asking what day November was going to be on to determine if there was, or what day Thanksgiving was going to be on, to determine if there was going to be a podcast that week.
I mean, I could
Dude,
probably
we
do
can
it.
just sync a bunch of gobble noises and release that.
gobble gobble gobble.
Why wouldn't we do it?
Yeah, I don't see
You
any
mean
reason
like
why
if
not
we
to
have
do it.
family or shit? Like,
Well,
Friday.
just because I forgot what day Thanksgiving was on, and I didn't know if it was during the week or on the weekend.
Try telling my fucking Mexican mother, like, Mom, you want to celebrate Thanksgiving? She's like, the fuck are you talking about? What am I giving thanks for?
America?
You made it in the country.
Turkey?
Congratulations.
That
My
makes
mom
sense.
is literally
Last Thursday.
Mexican. Like,
Idiot.
Yeah.
I can celebrate Thanksgiving. She's like, all right, have fun with that. Gonna watch TV.
So does she
Watch
not
some
celebrate
TV,
Thanksgiving?
no.
My mom takes
I-
no shit. That's the thing I love about her. She takes no shit.
I would
She takes no
probably
shit or gives
be
no
really
shit?
into your mother then.
Both.
Because that's my kind of woman.
Yeah, she literally just like. I remember I was like, what was I doing? Oh, I was trying to make the food. Like, oh, Mom, should I do this now or do you want me to wait a bit more? And she's like, I don't give a shit. Go ahead. I'm like, jeez, all right. Thanks, Mom.
Yeah, my mother's a little more planning of the planning sort of person.
But like when my mom gets serious, she gets serious. She's like fucking like
Oh.
dead serious. I'm like, all right, don't fuck with her.
This isn't really. I don't really have to bring this up right now, but I fucking hate Thanksgiving. Since we haven't been
Why?
talking about it, I think
Go
it's
ahead.
like the stupidest holiday, the worst holiday ever.
I mean,
in the
I'll be
world.
honest, the only reason I like Thanksgiving is because I get to eat ham. So
Right, but
I can eat
it's
fucking ham right now in a sandwich.
exactly
right, but it's not like that good cooked ham.
Then
I don't
fucking
know what
buy
kind
a
of
ham and
What
cook
kind
it.
of fucking ham are you buying?
I'm not buying it. I'm going to a restaurant with my pretty much
Oh,
my insurance
fancy.
owning uncle, grandfather, whatever he is.
Sorry, I can't
My-
fucking
my
afford to go to your
entire-
fancy restaurant to eat
The
goddamn
entire
carved
Jewish
ham
side of
every
my family
Thanksgiving.
goes out for Thanksgiving, and
L'chaim.
it's funny and awkward because one of my uncles is racist. So
What?
yeah, hardcore racist. Every year,
Jesus, why is he
every year-
invited?
Every year Passover, he has to run the show, and I mean, every year we hear some horrible comments about Obama.
I want to meet him.
Oh boy, I
That's
don't know.
That's ironic as balls.
My
man.
brother brought a friend of his who happened to be like of a different race than white. And I seem to recall my uncle was staring him down the whole time.
Oh my
during Passover
god,
Seder.
no.
It was great. He's like, why would they bring him to this? And then last year,
No.
I forget who it was, brought like a guy complete from a different country.
Jesus.
And I don't think he was very happy about that.
Oh my god.
Good lord.
That's incredible.
like, yes,
You should bring
Shabbat words,
like a
blah,
very
blah,
flamboyant black gay man with
oh
you.
my god, he would murder somebody. Oh my god, he
Like
would
that guy
shove the
from
hollow down your throat.
Unbreakable, Kimmy Schmidt.
Haven't
Titus.
seen that. Kimmy Schmidt.
It's pretty. It's
Oh
pretty
my
funny.
God.
It's pretty funny if
Alright.
you like sitcom-y, humor.
Oh,
type stuff.
Undateable. Is that what you're saying?
I want to meet him. No, there's an actual show
No.
like something about Kimmy Schmidt.
Unbreakable.
Okay, I'll have to look that up.
I want to meet your uncle. Just be like, so how about that Obama?
Just open.
Wear
the
an
can of
Obama
worms.
T-shirt. And
Oh,
like,
I should also point out, he's the kind of guy that watches Fox News religiously.
Oh,
that's
wow.
my father watches Fox News
There's his
religiously.
problem.
Do you guys have the
Fox
same
News.
uncle father?
I don't know, MaryPat, is your father Jewish? Because my uncle is.
Is your uncle
uncle's a
79
racist
years
Jew?
old?
Oh yeah, it's the best part.
What?
That's
Yeah.
why I said it's ironic as balls.
What the fuck?
Did you guys not miss the fact that I dropped the word Passover in every other sentence for the past 5 minutes?
Jesus Christ, Marco, come
Marco!
on, dude.
Marco.
You gotta cut that out.
I'll be
That's
honest,
the one that's getting bleeped. That's
Hebrew,
the one time
weird
you get
language.
bleeped.
I will admit, but it doesn't sound like that.
Suck shit and I hate you.
We don't speak Sangheili or something like that. We speak Hebrew.
Stop talking.
I didn't even learn it.
Stop.
God damn it, Marco.
I can speak it phonetically, but
Oh my God! Stop.
Hebrew.
You're
Oh.
such a
Oh,
fucking
Jesus.
cocksucker.
I mean, one bleep in the whole episode. That's pretty
Great
good.
going, Marcus.
Oh,
But
I
the
think we're
thing
working
I'm
on like
bleeping
3.
you for.
I've done worse.
Oh,
You do gotta work on how loud you make those bleeps, though, because like I was listening to
Yeah.
the one James was on at normal volume, and the bleep sounded like double that.
I was listening to it in my car, and I like jumped.
I'm
over
criticizing your fucking bleeps now, Chris.
Well, stop making me bleep shit. How about that?
He's got a point, guys. I mean,
No, I mean, I
don't
just
say anything that gets it bleeped.
it's weird
won't
the way
make it louder.
it's weird the way I edit in the bleeps, and I think I need to change it so I can make them quieter.
Yeah.
Because you're right,
Or here's the thing.
I have
just to
noticed
kick Marco
how
out, make them louder.
I have noticed how loud the bleeping gets.
No, instead of do when you bleep me, just make it a donkey noise.
By the way, I forget if it was last week, or week before, when someone's neighbor was playing music through their car or their wall.
That
I thought
was
it was
Marco.
Some car around me. I'm like, how loud is that person's music?
Marco, that
Fucking
was
loud,
your
are you
neighbors.
listening to the podcast?
That was that was your neighbors having a party.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was.
I remember.
I
Arriba.
don't think, like, I turned a corner. I'm like, what the hell is that? And then like 5 minutes later, one of you mentioned like, oh yeah, who's playing music over their speakers? And I realized I wasn't crazy. So
You thought we were
thank you
just
for that.
you thought we were just like spying on you and listening to you.
No, like I thought like I thought there was literally some music last minute. As soon as one of you guys mentioned it, I realized that, nah, it's just someone on that side.
It's one of them goddamn. Never mind.
Mary
Thank
Pat.
you
Fiestas.
for
Very
Censoring
good thinking
yourself.
there. Not finishing that statement.
No. I mean, I can say it, but I'm not gonna, because Chris will literally kick
Tribbles.
me off immediately.
I mean, I've not kicked you off yet.
We're
I
gonna
mean,
get to a point.
I'm not
where
gonna
Chris
test
is
it.
just
I'm not gonna
snap.
test you.
You test me every fucking week, Marco.
But I'm not doing it on. Am I doing it on purpose? Am I testing you to see if I can get kicked off?
No,
I'm just
you're
being
not.
cheeky.
Cheeky.
Oh my god, I love.
You want to hear
listening back
something
every
interesting?
week.
In
Sure.
Spain, cheeky is sex.
Dude,
Really?
Yay, knowledge.
no wonder that lady kept saying cheeky to me. That's weird.
Wait, really?
Yeah, there's this old lady that
please.
kept saying cheeky to me. I'm like, the fuck are you talking about, you crazy old bitch?
Yeah,
When she
cheeky
hugs you, let us
is
know,
like,
and then
let's
we can
fuck.
bring it up every so often.
Yeah, no, she kept pointing at, like, my dick. But I didn't realize it at first, so I was like 12.
Oh my god.
Oh, no, wait. She might have been saying chiquito.
She's probably saying chiquita. I don't know much about
Jesus
Spanish, but I
Christ.
think she might have been saying that.
Yeah, I think she was saying small. Yeah, no, that makes sense now.
Yeah. Oh, wait. Well, yeah, 'cause you're probably a small child, not.
Oh,
Oh
no,
my
no, I don't think it was
God.
the small child part. I would think it's small something else.
Marco.
So you
Marco.
live in the same general location as a woman who just walks around and points out people's dick sizes in Spanish?
Yeah. Of course I live with my mother. Come on, man.
God damn.
Oh man.
I'm so
Dude,
glad
so-
I like...
Speaking
No.
of weird people and sex. I'm seriously, I'm gonna hit you. I'm about to punch your lights
I'm
out.
sorry. Goodbye,
Dude.
An
everybody.
hour and 13
I'm
minutes,
I'm
you
walking away now.
cocksucker.
Marco Luna was found dead today in his apartment or his house after viciously being stabbed 47 times in the chest.
No,
It was
please,
later
don't-
found that
don't-
he
don't
kept a
tell me
journal
too-
of all
don't
the
tell me
dead
too
people
high
he
up, man. I
fucked.
live in an apartment. I'm not rich.
So what I was actually going to bring up is the whole Bill Cosby thing is still going
It's
on.
2 bedrooms, so.
And
Oh yeah,
one,
is that really still
Yeah,
going
'cause
on?
he's a rapist.
one of the guys from the show, the guy who played the son Theo, came out and said the sitcom's legacy is being tarnished by all this bullshit. He came out and
Who
said
cares about the sitcom's legacy? It's
the
him.
legacy
Oh my
of the
God.
show is suffering.
So you're
because
saying
Bill
that there's
Cosby.
negative repercussions to one of your cast members being a rapist?
Hot Cosby.
can't believe
Don't
it.
say.
Do you, Mary? So
That's
you
crazy.
do actually think he raped those people?
Like 70-something women have come out and said that he was inappropriate with them. I think it's, yeah.
Well, I mean,
You know.
some of them could also be hopping on the bandwagon of let's take down Bill Cosby.
Yes, but
To be honest-
only
to
one of
be
them
honest
has
with
to
you,
be telling the
Part of
truth.
me wants to like Bill Cosby and think, nah, he couldn't do that, but the logical part of me is like, yeah, he probably did that.
Dude, I still
Probably
love
did some
Bill
of that. I
Cosby.
can't imagine that every single one of them.
He partially admitted to it, though.
No.
There's a thing, like, I forget what the evidence was exactly, but he did partially admit to it, to
Yeah.
using a certain drug to drug women.
Yeah, 10
that he wanted to
years
have sex
ago in a court.
Yeah, but I mean,
in
is
a
it so
court
hard to believe that he
deposition,
did that, like,
admit to it.
continuously?
Why is it no one like brought up charges against him yet? I mean,
Because it's like
yes,
statute
people
of
have accused
limitations
him.
or something. Statute of,
Statute
No,
of
but it's-
limitations, not statutes of liberty.
I said,
Yeah.
I didn't say Statue of Liberty, you stupid son
You
of
said
a
something
bitch.
close to statutes. You said like statutes of libertarity or something like that.
If I ever see you walking around the street, I swear to God, Noah.
I think you
you're
guys
gonna
need to
come
go into a
Charleston
room
anytime
together
soon.
and sort it out.
I'm gonna sort out nothing. Never mind.
Well, I'm holding a like tiny little tool set, so I think if right now we both went into a room where there's a knife on this thing, I can handle myself in a fight.
Yeah, he's playing with his little tool.
Shut up.
Listen, you've made it very clear that you also have a little tool, so.
Bam.
Dude, you want to have a
Bam.
sword fight?
Jesus.
I'd rather
Marco!
It'd be a
Are you
dagger
sure
fight.
you don't have
Bring it
anything to
on.
tell us?
Lightsaber battle. Yoda lightsaber battle. Yoda
That's
style
Christmas!
lightsaber battle.
That's this
Talk
fucking
about-
Christmas!
Let's do it.
Can you believe it?
Yeah, it's
Fucking
so
Star Wars is
ridiculously
Christmas?
close. I'm
What,
so
close again?
Holy
sorry.
shit.
God,
I'm
I went to
so
the
sorry.
theater. I went to the theater to see this movie called The Walk, which was fucking amazing, by the way. And I saw the Star Wars poster. I was like, "Oh yeah, that's like
Oh
next
my
year,
God.
isn't it?" And it said Christmas, and I was like, "Fuck."
if that movie bombs, then I think
won't.
my life will be over.
It won't.
When
There's
I was
no
a
way.
kid, I was a massive Star Wars fan, and I am so excited for this new movie. It's ridiculous, but if it bombs or something,
Now wait, when you say when you were a kid, you mean like last week, right?
Yeah, you
I
young
mean,
people.
I mean, I can admit I'm a Star Wars fan and I'm a grown adult.
I mean, I'm a Star Wars fan, yeah, but
maybe.
I was a hardcore Star Wars fan for a long time. I think until I discovered Red vs. Blue, I was a hardcore Star Wars fan.
I've been a Star Wars fan since I
That's
was
the thing
3.
that knocked it down? Interesting.
Actually, it was the combination of Red vs. Blue and then my subsequent discovery of Halo through one of the books.
It's almost as if they're connected.
What?
Yeah.
So you watched
yeah.
you watched Red versus Blue, but didn't discover
Yes.
Halo until you read a book?
I mean, I knew
What the
I'd
fuck
heard
is wrong with you?
bits and pieces.
Halo, the book.
Hey, this is coming from the guy who had PBS Kids and only PBS Kids until the age of 10. I
Oh,
was a very
you
sheltered
fucking
child.
I'll
No.
talk. Did you ever see Adventures from the Book of Virtue? On PBS?
Hey, how big's your college fund right now,
No, I
Noah?
don't think so. I don't know what my college fund is. It's being funded by my grandfather.
The fact that you have one.
God
It's either that or
damn
it's a
it,
savings
Marco.
account. It's one or the other. I don't know.
Who fucking who?
Either way, if I
I
can
only
go
had
to college.
PBS. Yeah.
It wasn't my decision. It was my family's decision.
I'm sorry, I'm really salty.
My dad's cheap. The only reason we got cable was because we literally wouldn't have a TV without cable. So
I listen to the TV on Your Uncle Stops Talking.
Well,
They let black people on this thing?
Shut up.
wow.
That was, of course, not my opinion. That was the
No,
racist
no,
uncle's
of
opinion.
course not, of course not. Hey,
The best
ask
part
your,
is I can talk
ask
about
your
this all-
uncle
I
if
can,
he
like,
likes.
drop his name.
Ask your uncle if he likes Elmo.
What?
Yeah, I'll be honest. I
What?
could probably drop his name and he'd never know because I doubt he does anything on the internet.
I mean, I don't want to know his name.
Why would you want to? Why would you want
Is it
no one
like,
to ask him about?
I'm
Elmo?
gonna drop his full
Eli,
name.
Can I
Actually,
guess
no.
his name? Can I guess his first name? I want to
Sure.
guess it's Brian.
No,
He's
Damn it,
Jewish.
Was I close?
Come on.
Oh, I'm sorry.
no.
You don't want me to go there.
Tread very fucking carefully, Marco. The pen is already
I'll give
in
you
my
this.
hand.
He used to
Is
run
it
a bus
Avi?
for South
Uncapped.
Carolina. No,
He
it's
what?
not all that obvious. It's not obviously Jewish. I'll give you that.
Oh, it
Oh,
isn't?
okay. Okay.
I feel
At least I
disappointed.
don't think it is.
Chris had a
But he's
fucking like whip ready, like he was about like this close to.
I
He
have
was ready to-
I
he
have
was
the
ready to track
pen
you down and
uncapped in my
murder you.
hand to write down the next time I have to bleep your stupid ass.
No, he was about ready to write down the third chair. He was gonna be the third chair.
God.
Oh!
Yeah.
Shia LaBeouf was arrested.
What's his first name then? I give up.
What?
Marvin.
Marvin. Jesus.
Marvin.
Mary, what did
You
you
sure
say?
Shia LaBeouf's been arrested.
Oh,
What?
what the fuck? Why?
He got drunk in Austin and crossed the street, and they arrested him.
Thank God. Oh,
Are
fucking
you
Shia
serious?
LaBeouf. I love you, man, but Jesus.
I love Shia
It's
LaBeouf.
true. 46 minutes ago, Shia LaBeouf arrested in downtown Austin.
Oh.
Oh shit.
He looks scary.
Why
Listen,
couldn't he
he's
have been
fucking
in it?
sexy. He's intense as balls, man. I mean, listen, combined
Do
with like
it.
his acting and his video, and then like the way he was dancing in that Sia video or whatever. Holy
My favorite
shit,
video of
he's
him
an
actually
intense
is when
dude.
that guy was like, he was like on a motorcycle in L.A. and he's like going, and you can see on his helmet cam Shia LaBeouf fucking staring him down.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
It's a
I think
great
that was like a
fucking
week
video. He's
before.
just sitting there like staring at him, then he turns to look at him and he's like, Nas like, how you doing?
Well, Shia LaBeouf got into an accident, I think, like the week after that, where he like flipped his truck and he got his fingers cut off, or almost cut off.
What? Oh,
Holy crap!
I
All
don't
right.
know this.
Whatever.
Dude, that dude's
that is
intense.
it.
He
Actually, no,
removed
I
his
take it
own
back.
tooth
My
for
favorite,
a movie role.
My favorite video of Shia LaBeouf is when he was like reading one of the Transformers scripts out in public, and he could tell people were filming him. So he like very calmly put it in the bag, and then just fucking sprinted for it. He just bolted down the street.
I'll be honest, Transformers is the movie that sticks out in my mind when I think Shia LaBeouf.
I
No,
think
really,
of
mine is Holes.
I think of
I saw
actual
Holes
cannibal
once
Shia
before that,
LaBeouf.
and I didn't-
actually.
God, I love Holes so much.
Yeah, we know, Marco.
Holes are great.
Bam! Sex joke, all up in your face. So
Giggity, giggity, goo.
So,
There you go.
Shia LaBeouf was outside a bar on 6th Street. That is a hell of a place to get arrested. Out of every
Yeah.
place you could be, you're in the weirdest part of Austin.
Do you have any idea who I am? I'm Shia LaBeouf.
Doesn't
well,
matter.
the last time he
I'm
got
the
arrested,
Just Do It guy.
I'm the guy, you know. Do it.
the last
I
time
wore
he
a
got
bag in my
arrested,
head.
I think it was because he groped Alan Cumming at Cabaret.
Yep.
thing
Oh,
in
I remember
New
that. I
York.
remember that's
He
pretty
was
funny.
arrested
He got
outside a
drunk
Broadway
and went into
performance
that
of
fucking, like,
Cabaret.
theater.
He was charged with criminal trespassing and disorderly conduct.
Ninice.
That was last year.
Oh,
They're just arresting
you
him
wanna talk
because he's
about
Shia
people- you
LaBeouf
wanna
and he's
talk about
crazy.
people- about people who go crazy when like they just get drunk. You remember Coney? You remember that whole thing in 2012?
Yeah.
Right.
And
Yeah, I
then
remember
a
that.
lot of stupid people gave him a lot of money, and then he went out
My
and just
brother
fucking
Not
got
Coney,
drunk
the
and-
guy who made the documentary.
No, yeah, the guy who
Yeah.
made the stupid Coney documentary.
It was like the
Um,
Silent Children documentary or something like that, and then he
Some
started
shit
the
like that.
Coney Foundation.
And then like I remember this one girl in my school. She has a sticker of it still. Last time I saw her on her violin case, and I just laugh every time I see it.
My brother almost funded that. Like, he and his friends got
The guy was
were
jerking
massively
off in
into that.
public and pissing on cars.
Was he, like, naked and, like, just swearing in a different language or something
Literally,
like that? And, like,
literally everything that has to do with his penis, he was doing.
well,
so
you
he
would
was
know.
drinking the alcohol out of his penis.
There you go. God, that was great. I love
From the
that.
tap.
That I never even once considered giving that idiot a fucking cent of my money.
Well, yeah, because you were like 9 years old.
Good on you.
I wasn't 9 in 2012. I was 15.
I was definitely not 15.
I mean,
So
I
you
still
looked
didn't
like
have any
you were
money,
9
but
years
still.
old.
Yeah, exactly. I'm getting an echo of
Man,
myself.
I miss a simpler time of
It's
YouTube
gone.
when it was just the Gummy Bear song and the Soldier Boy.
I don't miss
That's
that at all.
What?
And then I
Why the
discovered,
fuck
yeah,
would you miss that?
That's all I used YouTube for the longest time was
Man,
the
I
Gummy
would
Bear
not have-
song and rewatching the Soldier Boy.
I
Because
would not have
was
wanted to meet you as a child.
I was a sheltered little child.
And they let you watch this. Fuck me.
The Soldier Boy, because I was at a school dance and I'm like, what is this song,
What?
Soldier Boy?
Who the
Soldier
fuck is
boy,
this
yeah,
guy?
yeah.
What make her get, what make wrong?
We went from Soldier Boy, I think, to like either Star Wars Kid or something Star Wars.
You guys want to
related,
hear
in the
something
span of
fucking?
3 hours.
You want to hear something fucking lame about me?
Sure.
One of the only times I went to a school dance in middle school, I supposedly went to, like, my friend was going, so I'm like, oh, I'll hang out with you while you're there. He was off doing whatever. I sat down. I was sitting there so long just staring at my own feet. At this girl. This girl actually had to come over and ask me to dance with her. Like, a girl had to fucking ask me. And you know what I said? I'm like, oh, no thanks.
Are
Really?
you
Last year, I
serious?
swore off going
Marco.
over again.
Marco.
I'm a vagina.
That's
I'm a walking
so
vagina.
sad.
You're just a walking L. For fucking
God.
loser.
Yeah,
I'll be honest,
I am.
I went to prom last year and it was the most boring thing I think.
I mean, I'm not paying money to go, that much money to go to a stupid fucking gym and hang out with people I don't like.
Oh no! See, I prom is free at my school. Like the junior
Wow.
class has to fund it, but that's the problem. Was I only went to prom because I was required to go to clean up afterwards.
I'll tell
So,
you through all of high
I
school.
knew this girl, like she and I are pretty close friends, and she was going to go to a prom out of state, and then that got canceled. So I just invited her, and then she got sick halfway through the night and had to leave. So
I'll tell you, through 4 years of high school, I did not go to a single dance other than
Me either.
other than the dance my freshman year. Not a single homecoming, neither of the proms. I couldn't be bothered to give a shit.
yeah,
Anybody,
Only
did
way-
you guys in your schools ever hear of anybody trying to throw, like, an anti-prom?
I go
No.
to Baptist school. They don't do anti-proms.
Somebody tried to do that
They
in my school, and I'm like, that's the stupidest thing.
They
That's
would
like
shut
the
that
most
down.
So how many
loser
girls
fucking
got
thing
pregnant
ever.
after your prom?
Not by me,
my
because I
prom,
can't produce children.
0 because there were teachers all over that place.
Yeah, and then you go to the hotel room afterwards or something,
And I'm
according
so
to
glad my
television.
penis
I don't
doesn't
know.
work.
I mean, I don't know about the senior class.
What?
All the
What did
juniors
you say?
were. I don't know about the seniors. I think the seniors went to a beach party and got drunk, but
And made babies, probably. I mean,
who knows? I mean,
Drunk babies.
butt babies.
I know the junior class had to stay and clean
Goo
up.
goo gaga,
but-
bitch.
Yeah, I didn't go to any dances after I went to an 8th grade dance with a friend of mine.
Why were you going to 8th grade dances, Mary? That's really creepy.
Hey, I went to a 5th grade dance once.
Wow,
Yeah.
you're all fucking pedo bears.
Hey, I was in 5th grade at the time.
Oh, well, that
Excuse
explains
me.
it. You say, I went to a dance when I was in 5th grade, not I went to a 5th grade dance, you fucking
It was
creeper.
the 4th and 5th grade
I went to a
dance.
5th
My
grade
school
dance
called it.
and an 8th grade dance, and those were the only ones I went to.
Were you accompanying your little brother or something?
I'll be entirely honest. I told the teacher who runs the prom committee the only way that I will go back to prom is if it's a space theme. Somehow space.
Space stuff.
This is the
Final
space
frontier.
in your uterus where a baby wasn't 6 months ago.
Space or Space Casino are the only way to go back.
God damn.
No, it's not so much space as so much as that, like, the mouth of that creature that Han and Leia got stuck in that one episode of Star Wars.
No, it's just a prom themed after the head of the alien.
Wait a minute.
Tentacles.
Let's
Just
not
a
even
second.
go there. Let's not even go there.
Anime!
We're on the internet. We do not need to go there. Until you shut the hell up.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I am
Dude,
not
is
going
there
to let
weird
this
tentacle sex
podcast.
stuff?
I will not let this podcast dissolve into hentai.
So,
I don't
I'm
know
not going to
what
go
that
into
is.
detail. I'm
Keeping
just
on
going to tell you
anime,
what
but-
the situation was.
Oh, Jesus
Can I?
Christ.
was
This
it the
situation!
or something?
This
What was that, Mary?
This situation.
This situation?
We got a
Sorry,
situation here.
sorry. Sorry.
GTL, baby. Gym tan laundry.
So anyway, in this, I'm just gonna explain to you the events that transpired, not sexual events that transpired in this episodic sexual anime.
Still a better love story than Twilight.
Yeah, put yourself in that position.
Or 50
If the
Shades of
girl that
Grey.
you liked
Better
was a
love story than
freaking
50
sex
Shades of Grey.
maniac and didn't want to have sex with you but had sex with everybody else, would you be able to stand being near her? I wouldn't.
Dear God, no.
No.
Mm-mm.
I'd be like, get the fuck
Absolutely
away
not.
from me, you maniac.
I knew
Like,
someone
it's
like
one.
that.
It's one thing if it's like, yeah, it's obvious she does. It's another thing to say, hey, I'm going to do this, the 455th person of the year. Please record it for me.
Yeah, go ahead and videotape that if you're cool with that. Like, Jesus.
Not even an offer to join in.
And it gets worse, but I'm not going to go into that detail because that's actually very disgusting. But
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't even get worse, Marco, because I've
Yeah.
already bleeped that description.
Oh, okay.
Oh my God.
already just
oh my God. Yeah.
So this entire time I've been talking.
Yep.
So it should be one long bleep.
Okay, everybody pretend it was really funny. Go.
No, I'm...
So,
Shut up.
Disgusting, right? And then she put his finger in his
You're
tentacles
And then
everywhere.
from behind.
I don't even know where the other liquids were coming from.
Marco.
Chris
I'm
isn't going to edit
gonna
any of this,
kill
and I'm
you.
just going to sound like an idiot.
I'm gonna...
Remember how like last podcast was like great?
Well, but just knowing you.
Never again.
I will go to your funeral. I
Oh.
promise.
This one has been insane.
After I
This one
fucking
has
murder
been-
you.
Chris is going to skin you alive.
I'm never going to be seen again. That's it. Like, this is the end. This is my final living will. I leave all my stuff to the
little
garbage
devil.
guy.
All right,
Oh my
and on
God.
that note, I'm gonna end the podcast right there because that is a
Yeah, I don't
lovely, somber note to end it on.
Ah, yes.
I don't
Just
think
the
there's any
thought
way.
of
Sexual
Marco.
deviancy in high school students. What a treasure.
Jesus Christ.
Please make that the description of a podcast. Sexual deviancy in high school.
Noah,
Make
I
the
appreciate you for
description.
sitting through this and being a good sport about it all.
I gotta think of a
it's
description
fine.
for this. Yeah, Noah, you took your lumps.
Yeah,
I didn't
yeah,
shit on Noah that bad.
Yeah,
No,
genuinely surprised.
Marco, I'm proud of you. You
Well,
finally
'cause
went
I-
No,
out
he
I
without
just
was
shit on
shitting
the whole
someone.
concept of having a podcast.
I was being enough of an asshole, so I didn't want to like accentuate that by being more of an asshole to him. So I'm like, I'll just let whatever
You
hits
were-
him hit him.
You were just enough of an asshole.
Yeah.
Just enough to stick a finger in. All right, and on that, the podcast is over.
digit.
Thank you guys for joining me. I will see you next week, along with Marco and Mary. I'm not sure who the fourth chair is going to be.
I pray.
Yes, you are.
I still shut up. I still have to go through the list.
John
and,
Cena, everybody.
Yeah, John Cena.
Da, 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 da.
All right.
Tune in next week.
Good night, you guys.
Good night.
Good night.
Hasta luego.